in a Kelly File exclusive, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump. She is the Executive Vice President of Development and Acquisitions of the Trump Organization and founder of IvankaTrump.com. Ivanka, thanks so much for being here. Great to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so let's talk about this policy, which is very unusual for a Republican to unveil on childcare. And I know you said that you helped conceptualize the idea. The big pushback so far from conservatives is who is going to pay for it? What's the answer to that?
Well, we've actually had a tremendous amount of support. Actually, sitting in the audience today were 5 congresswomen, and the feedback's been amazing. This is an enormous problem. The cost of childcare and dependent care, caring for the elderly, is a massive issue in this country, and it keeps on being exacerbated. And in fact, it's one of the main reasons for the income disparity between men and women, as it disproportionately affects women. So now, actually, the cost of childcare is the single largest expense affecting American families in much of this country, even exceeding housing. So something has to be done, and I think people recognize that this is a massive issue, that the tax codes were written in a time where women weren't a part of the workforce. Now women represent 47% of the U.S. labor force, so there have to be reforms. And in terms of paying for it, obviously my father is always fiscally responsible. He's going to be laying out his plan on Thursday, and this will be baked into that for comprehensive tax reform. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely accounted for. It will be paid for, and it's budget neutral.
Now, maybe we're going to get more details, but what they're saying so far is that he's going to pay for it based on like the unemployment insurance that all employers have to pay on us, But they're saying
that's only one component of it.
That would raise the taxes that employers have to pay on employees. So conservatives are saying there'll be fewer employees. They won't hire as many people if they have to pay more per employee.
It won't raise the taxes. That's one component of it, which is 6 weeks paid leave. And the United States is the only developed country in the world that doesn't offer paid maternity leave. Yeah. So we have to catch up with the times. But we're going to cover it through existing unemployment insurance. And there's tremendous amounts of fraud, waste, and abuse as part of that program, billions and billions of dollars. So it will be totally paid for in and of itself. So that's the only component that's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, do you think that, that your dad caught Hillary Clinton by surprise with this? Because this has normally been an issue only the Democrats own, right? Like taking care of the women on the paid maternity leave. And now suddenly, here's this unorthodox Republican candidate saying, you know what, part of that makes sense to me too, I'm doing it.
Well, it's an issue that the Democrats talk about, but they don't own. There's no policy on Hillary Clinton's website pertaining to any of these issues, child care, elder care, or maternity leave, or paternity leave for that matter. So it's an issue that is talked about on the stump because they recognize that it is affecting so many American families, so many millions of American families across the country, yet there's no policy that's been articulated on how to solve the problem. We think we've proposed something that's incredibly comprehensive. It's very innovative. It's a bold and fresh solution. And I think this is what the Trump presidency promises: new solutions, fresh solutions to existing problems. And you can see the full plan in its full detail on my father's website, DonaldJTrump.com. But it's very well thought out. It, of course, will be paid for, and it will be baked into the comprehensive tax policy reform that will be presented on Thursday.
I know you're an executive vice president of the Trump Organization. Does that organization offer paid maternity leave to its employees?
It does.
Okay.
As does my own business since inception.
So this is something that people don't really know. I mean, I don't know if they know this about you, but you have 3 young children. So you were raised by a very successful father. He had millions of dollars, and yet, you could have taken it easy. You could have gone down to Mar-a-Lago. You also married a very successful man. And some people say, what do you got 3 kids, you're killing yourself, you already have millions of dollars. Explain your mindset. What drives Ivanka Trump?
Well, I'm deeply passionate about the work that I do, and I'm incredibly grateful to be a mother and a wife and have such an unbelievable and supporting husband and have 3 incredible kids. I have a 5-month-old as well, and be working in a professional capacity that's very fulfilling to me. And this is why I think this issue rings so true for me. I know that I need the support that I have in order to be able to live my dream, which is to both be a mother and to be a professional woman. And so many parents across this country can't make that choice.
What I think is great about you
to bring a second income home for their family.
Not everybody knows this about you, but I can't reveal what it is, but I know for a fact that Ivanka has been offered many, let's call them vanity projects, things that would allow her to sort of become more famous, more well-known, and she says no, 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 because she likes the job she's doing. She's a businesswoman at heart, and we've been well-educated for it, and you do it well by all accounts. Now, I want to ask you about women while I have you here. Obviously, your dad's had some trouble with them. He's 15 points behind Hillary in most of the polls with women, and clearly he's made some comments about women that have led to that, and some of the rough and tumble campaign tactics have led to that. I've always wondered how you reacted to that, like to the retweet of Heidi Cruz next to Melania. I mean, give us a flavor as to how those events affected you and your reaction.
Well, my father can be an equal opportunity offender. If somebody says something against him, he will speak his mind. And he treats women equal to how he treats men. He said plenty of rough things about men over the years. And I discourage him from doing that, as I discourage him from doing that with women. But I think the fact that he doesn't treat us differently or with kid gloves shows the fact that he recognizes we're equipped to handle it and are able to do so. So, in a certain way, it's there's no bias in his viewpoint. He views all people equally, men or a woman, it doesn't matter, and he treats them accordingly. And I think we've seen that. So he's very authentic, and he'll tell anyone, man or woman, what he's thinking and how he feels.
Well, by all accounts, you are his top advisor, and he has nothing but respect and love for you. So it's great to have you here.
He's been an amazing father and an amazing boss. I've had the privilege, alongside of my own business, which you mentioned, I've worked with him in our very large family business alongside of my 2 adult daughters for over a decade.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I have 3 kids and just this one job, and you got 3 kids and you got a bunch of jobs.
No, you know exactly.
I'm exhausted. You're making me feel bad. I gotta go. It's over between us. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Megyn.
All the best.
Take care.